be honest, I wasn't really sure what type of video to make. If you've noticed on the channel, I've been pretty consistent with uploads in the sense that I have a video coming around at least in the beginning of the week and then a video at the end of the week. Sometimes, maybe if I'm feeling it, maybe like 2 videos at the end of the week, and that's just something that I've been doing for a little while. But as the week had continued after I put out my boards review, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to talk about. I kept thinking of a video idea or just a topic I really wanted to talk about, and I just couldn't really think of anything. But then I noticed that the channel was about to hit 200 subscribers, and for me this is kind of important because of the fact that for a long time I wasn't really sure if we were ever going to grow and the subscriber count was ever going to grow, and really it's not all that important. Subscriber count doesn't really mean anything anymore nowadays on YouTube, but it's important to me because I really didn't think that the sub count was ever going to grow. I thought it was always going to stay at like 150 subscribers or 167 something, whatever. I just thought it was going to be stuck and it was never going to grow and I was never going to get any more subscribers, and just it was never going to happen. It was never going to be a thing to where I was going to be able to gain more subscribers and maybe someday get more recognition for the type of videos that I do make. Some I put more effort into, admittedly, but you know, I just was the thing that came to mind, and I wasn't really sure what was really going to happen. And then I started looking at the old videos that I was making, the old videos I was posting, and then I realized that I've been posting for 5 years, and it's kind of crazy because I started uploading videos like really onto the channel, not really, but I started uploading just like random videos, like random clips of me playing like online with my friends, or just random clips from some games that I was playing at the time. I just started uploading those videos through the PlayStation 4, share button feature that the console has. I just started uploading random clips, and I was just like, yeah, this is content. This is good. I think people will watch this, and yeah, not a lot of whole people really watched it. It was mainly my friends. But this was 5 years ago, so it was in 2015. I was 15 years old at the time when I was really uploading random clips of me playing video games online. And I was like in the 7th or 8th grade at that time. I was like at the 7th or 8th grade at the time, and that's when I was really uploading videos. Just random clips, right? And I like how when I went back and some of my old videos, the review style type of videos that I do nowadays is kind of started with me talking about Battlefront, the original Battlefront from EA, and I think that was specifically the beta, but then there was also a beta for Black Ops 3 video that I also made as well. And the way that I used to record these videos is that I would coherently speak whilst I was also playing the game, which is something that I don't really do anymore. I don't really make commentary like that anymore. I do it like post commentary, or I just talk in front of the microphone and add gameplay into the background. That's how I make videos nowadays, but beforehand that's not how I did it, and I don't ever want to ever return back to doing that unless I'm streaming, and even then it's like I kind of like hate that style of like video format that I was doing, where I would play the game as I was recording commentary, which was really bad. That's the type of video style I ever really intend on ever returning back to doing ever again, so don't ever expect that. But of course then I would upload every other type of video that I just decided would be good, which there was a birthday montage, it was me celebrating 50 subscribers, and I kept going and going for a while, just random live streams through, again, the PlayStation 4 share feature, random clips of me and my friends, and just all that. That was basically just how the content was then. But then something changed. It was 2016, because it was like 4 years ago, and that was 2016. Dragon Ball Super was airing, and it was during the Goku Black arc. And at that time, I wasn't watching it because I was really keen on not really watching the Japanese version of anime. I don't know why, it was just a thing that I didn't get over for a little bit. But of course, obviously, I watch anime in whatever language. It doesn't really matter to me, as long as it's good, obviously. And then I started watching Dragon Ball Super, and I was so infatuated with the show that had a sequel series of a show that I watched before previously, which was Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is really the only Dragon Ball related thing that I had watched at the time, as well as the video games, that I really had any influence with. But then I watched Dragon Ball Super and I was really enjoying it, and so I just made a video talking about my thoughts about it. And for what it's worth, it started, going down a track of the type of content that I would soon later on to be making. Eventually got to the point where I started learning how to use Photoshop a little bit with my first, like, thumbnail that I made through Photoshop, because beforehand I would use like some random third-party like website that you can use to create thumbnails, and it's not very good, but if you know what you're doing, maybe you can make it work. But for me, I was not very good with it, and all the thumbnails in that time period looked very, very bad. But then I started learning how to use Photoshop and a little bit to make very amateur-looking thumbnails. But it was the first step of going towards that path of learning how to make the videos better ultimately in the long run. And of course, ultimately, I started, later on down the line, I started learning how to edit a lot better, which is why I ultimately got the PC that I currently have, so I can learn how to edit a lot better. Just ultimately, just with stuff that I really want to make that I might find funny. But the content just basically just stagnated with anime review after anime review. The Boruto anime came out at that time in 2017, I think it was. It was 3 years ago, and there's actually an update video from 3 years ago after episode 79 for Dragon Ball Super, and that's because at that time I was at the lowest point in my life, and I was in a relationship with a girl who I don't have communication with anymore because she kind of almost ruined my life. And all I'll really say about it was that she was manipulative, in my opinion. She was very manipulative. She was controlling, and she wanted me to be in a position that I was not ready for, because I had only just turned 17, and it wasn't something I was really prepared for. And she wanted me to be a part of her life in a specific way, and I didn't want to do it because obviously I was still young. I was still a kid. I mean, I'm only 20 years old. I'm only turning 21 next year, so I think it would have ruined my life if I had tried to pursue a life with her any further. And thank God I never did that. But ultimately, I kept making more anime reviews. Every now and again, I would talk about some other topic, like GT Online and Rockstar and how they were handling their game at the time. The Dragon Ball Fighters information that was coming out around the time, which was really cool. Which was really cool for not just Dragon Ball fans, but for the FGC, because obviously that was something that people weren't really expecting to be hearing from, especially during that time period. If you know what I'm referring to with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and how that game was being handled, and then the perfect timing of Dragon Ball Fighters, it was absolutely perfect. And in that style of format of video content creation, just kept on going and going for a little while. Just make random videos of just whatever the fuck I wanted to make. Dragon Ball Super reviews, Boruto anime reviews. And that was kind of basically it. That's just kind of how I kept going with content creation, and it just went on and on and on for 3 years. There's a video talking about my experience with Hurricane Harvey that happened, and I got off lucky. I honestly got off really lucky. I remember that, and it was scary, but I got off really lucky. 3 years ago, I made a video saying thank you for 100 subscribers. That's hilarious that 3 years later I would be making a video basically saying thank you for 200, because I do really appreciate that, of course. I made a video about Screw Attack's death battle of Naruto vs. Ichigo, which did pretty well, especially considering for the channel size, obviously. And yeah, basically my thoughts is that I think Naruto would win because Ichigo fucking sucks. That's basically it. Because I hadn't even really watched Bleach at that point, and I've only watched like only so little of it, and yeah, it's not really that great of a video if I'm being honest. It was basically just me saying Ichigo fucking sucks, Naruto's better, and that's basically it. But also, the whole point of the video was just basically saying like, oh, Naruto's gonna win because the series is more popular. Because that's how normally Death Battle really ends up finishing their battles in the first place, is because whichever show is more popular, they're ultimately going to win, so why does it matter? There's the video about Hiromi Suzu's passing from 2 years ago. It's almost the 3rd year anniversary of her death, and I actually do intend to make a video about that, honoring her in some way, because She obviously had a very big influence on me in some way through Dragon Ball with her performance as Bulma, and I want to talk about that in a video on the anniversary of her passing, and the fact that it's still very, very sad for the fans who really loved and care about her. Channel update, another channel update with the name change. Thank God I ended up changing that name. I only had that for 2 years. I thought I had that for way longer, but I only had that for 2 years. And now I have the name that I currently have right now. I made a quick video on Dragon Ball Super's English dub, the Fighters review. Every now and again, I wouldn't just review anime, I would also review certain games. My Hero Academia came along, and I started talking about how the show was badass and how I was really enjoying it. And it was just before Season 3 was about to get its premiere episode for the first episode of Season 3, and I basically just started reviewing My Hero Academia. I started reviewing the Persona 5 animation, which just play the game. That's all I'll say. Play the game instead of watching the anime, because it's not amazing. The dub is hilarious, but that's all I really say about it. God of War came out, and I reviewed that game. That game is absolutely phenomenal. I love God of War so much. Random video about Screen Rant debunking their 25 mysteries and plot holes, which, yeah, it was a dumb video. That Screen Rant made. I'm not saying the video that I made was dumb, because what I did was basically just explain why all their fucking stupid points in the video was dumb. I was basically trying to be a little mini-me of geekdom. That's basically what I was doing at certain points when I was making content. Random video of me showing you how to do the double shot and the Digistruct Peak skips. People in the comments are fucking idiots because they didn't understand how to do one specific thing or another, and I don't know why they couldn't figure it out, but they never figured it out. I assume so. My most popular video, which has 17, almost I think 18,000 views, which is why President Mike is the best hero ever, which it's just a shitpost. That's all it is. It's just a shitpost of me fucking over with the audio and making it extremely loud for the sake of it being extremely loud, because loud equals funny. That's basically it. Random video of Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Fan service out the ass. No one should be taking it seriously, but for some reason people on the internet, on Twitter, certainly like to think that Super Dragon Ball Heroes is better than we've ever gotten from Dragon Ball, which is fucking retarded. I'm sorry, but it is. I talked about Dragon Ball Super Broly, and I was like, oh no, Broly's coming back, because at the time, I really hated Broly, or at least I hated DBZ Broly. I hate DBZ Broly, but then the movie obviously came out later, and it was phenomenal. The episode for episode 65, I love episode 65 for Boruto. That was a phenomenal episode. Naruto Shinobi Strikers ends up coming out, and I talk about that, and I'm just like, it was not very good. It was not very good. Random video about Merc Music, a content creator, and it was basically just me talking about the controversy, what was going on at the time with his girlfriend or fiance, because I'm not gonna go into it, but just basically there was a controversy, and I made a video basically saying, dog, you shouldn't be marrying a girl you just met, and that was basically it. Random video about how Sakura didn't save Naruto, because I got into an argument on Twitter with some random girl who's a super hard Sakura fangirl, and she really thought that Sakura saved Naruto's life during the war arc when the Nine Tails was ripped out of his body, which she didn't. She even says that there's nothing that she could even really do. More videos, more of the same content, just sometimes there will be random videos on just talking about other stuff. The Death Note anime review, Watch Mojo Screen Rant video saying that he needed to stop talking about anime. Jump Force, my Jump Force first impressions of the closed beta. Black Ops 4 and how I said it will fucking fail, which it did. Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, and that game was phenomenal. More anime reviews of Boruto, because that just kept going and going and going. Spider-Man came out, and I reviewed that game along with its DLC. And then it kept going and going, more and more, and I just kept it going. Sometimes there would be random video topics I wanted to talk about. One Punch Man Season 2 came out, and it was okay. It was okay. And yeah, just it kind of kept going. Sometimes I would make random shit posts, more game reviews, more anime reviews. I had a series where there was a content creator called Phase Jev, where he was playing Minecraft, and that was basically just a series of videos, just memeing on him with the videos that I was making. Demon Slayer came out, and that was amazing. And yeah, it just kind of kept going more and more. My Hero Season 4 came out. Jedi Fallen Order came out. The stuff with J Station came out, and this stupid hoax of his girlfriend was really dumb. And yeah, that just kind of kept going on further and further with that. If the videos that you see from like a year ago or like 6 to 8 months ago is the type of content I'm still making today. And for what it's worth, I'm still really enjoying it. I'm still really enjoying the content that I'm making, and I don't think it really needs to change all that much. I just think that the only thing that needs to get better is I need to, up my commentary skills more. I need to learn how to edit better, because I still feel like editing-wise, I could still do a way better job. But then again, I see channels all the time that have very little to minimal editing to to the point where they have like 1 million fucking subscribers. Not calling out anybody, I'm just being honest. And just improve on a couple of things. I still think there's room for improvement, but I'm currently happy with the type of content that I'm making right now. I can at least have a different video topic on the end of a weekend, and a video at the beginning of the weekend. And it doesn't really matter to me how well it does, as long as I'm satisfied with the video that I put out. And I think that's all that really matters. I would like to review more anime and start watching more anime, but I procrastinate a lot, and that's something I need to work on. And that's the reason why I also think that content creation needs to get better eventually, because if I stop being lazy, then it could be way better. But that's basically it. That's all I really wanted to say for the video. It's been a wild ride. I'm really happy that we're as close to we are with the video creation that we are. I'm glad that I've improved over time, and I can only hope that eventually this gets to a point where I can have a fan base and support my family through this, which is ultimately what I want as the goal to be. So, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. If you're new, subscribe for more videos just like this. I'll see you guys next one. Have a fantastic day. I'm out. Peace.